Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dan.
We are with shootingnewsweekly.com. We're out here at Copperhead Creek Shooting Club in Marble Falls, Texas with, check this out, a gun from Czechoslovakia. Actually, this is newer than that. It's from the Czech Republic. This is the CZ75 P-01, which I've owned a couple of these and I absolutely love them. I was always a fan of the CZ75. CZ75 was one of the earlier kind of like Wonder Nines, a double stack 9mm pistol, hammer fired. It's a dual action, single action, double action pistol. I think, was it created in 1975? Is that where the name comes from?
I think that's right.
I believe so. I own one that's a pre-B, the CZ75B, that says made in Czechoslovakia. This one, of course, not. P-01 came out a little bit later. It was a gun, I think, made for NATO. We actually have a NATO stocking number on it, so I know it was in service and is in service with a lot of countries. They basically took the CZ75 and did an aluminum frame, and they made it compact. So this was a carry gun, maybe a duty gun, and by doing an aluminum frame instead of a steel frame, we've shaved a lot of weight. It's actually a pretty lightweight pistol for what you would expect given its size, especially if you're used to the 75, which was all steel.
Exactly.
And then the P-01 has a Picatinny rail up front with one slot in it, a slightly modernized version of the 75. And this version here has a decocker. It's also available in a manual safety. So if we push down on the decocker and then let go, it goes to half cocked position. And then we have a nice, smooth double action trigger pull. It feels really good. Sometimes you get a gritty double action, sometimes it's really heavy. That is not the case with most of the CZs. They roll really smoothly. And then once you've got your hammer cocked, obviously you can't carry this one cocked and locked. So if you're gonna chamber it, you're gonna carry it, you decock it to put it in a safe position. We'll have some slack and then a nice crisp, really short, light trigger pull. And if I were to ride the reset on that, you will see that it doesn't have to go all the way forward. Click, right there is the reset. Really crisp, great trigger, and that double action is very impressive.
Yeah, it feels great. This is just the optimal carry gun size to me. It's super low bore axis, which obviously the CZ75s are known for. Optic cut, it's just, I don't know what else you could ask for in a 15+1 compact size pistol.
Yeah.
And this fits people with small hands better than some of the full-size 75s. One of the reasons I didn't like that, I like 75s, is because, again, small hands, they tend to have a long reach for that trigger. This not so much.
Especially in double action.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, back in 1975, early 80s, like, people weren't thinking about ergonomics. It wasn't until, I mean, the early aughts that people were designing grips, except for the CZ75. It has always been one of the best feeling guns in your hand on the market, and still is.
Absolutely.
The shape and curve of the grip fits, and the weird thing is, like, it works small hands to really large hands. It works for everyone.
Yeah, great grip panels, which of course there are hundreds of them out there you can replace.
Yeah, this is the Camera Girls gun. So it's optics cut. It doesn't come like that from the factory. I saw it, I was like, I didn't know they offered an optics cut one. That was done at a machine shop afterwards, and these are like VZ grips.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you know, the 75 and the 75 Compact have been around for so long. There's a lot of great grip options from Hogue and VZ grips, and basically everyone who makes panels, you can get them for the CZ75 series.
Yeah. And these are great. I think these are G10, really nicely textured.
Grippy and also thin.
Camera Girl knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
so.
Yep, it feels really good. CZ, that design was known for having a really low bore axis, and that's because the slide actually rides inside the frame, or it's partially because instead of going outside the frame, it's unique in that it's inside the frame. That does create a short slide, so there's not a lot of gripping surface, that's one of maybe the only complaint that people have for a CZ75 in either like a duty situation or a competition situation. There's not a lot of grip. The optic helps with that, so I can come up here and just, like, you know, karate chop this thing. But the recommendation is come over the top and really grab it with the pad of your thumb and make sure you're going, you know, solid on it. But great pistol.
Shoot that thing.
Yeah, let's shoot it. It's been a long time since I shot one. I own a SP-01. One of the nice things about all the 75s, there's so much aftermarket for them. Oh yeah, that's nice. Slick. It's such a flat shooting gun. And that bore axe, I mean, look at this, the height that you've got a good beaver tail on there, get a nice high grip, and that slide is coming back like very low above my hand. Never gonna touch it, but man, so it doesn't rock very much when you shoot. That's a good feeling gun. Sir?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's amazing how much lighter that is than even the 75 compact with the steel frame. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh, you decocked it.
You just have to love that gun.
I think you swiped the decocker while you were shooting.
I absolutely did. That was my fault. I did it twice. But yeah, CZ's, there's a reason CZ has such a devoted following. They make wonderful guns. And for me, this is probably my favorite. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, I mean, I love my SP-01, but that's a full-size gun with a steel frame, and that's not something that you're going to carry.
Yeah.
They're not very fat guns,
no.
And it's lightweight. And it's a great shooter compared to carrying like a tiny little polymer gun that's lightweight. It's a lot easier to stay on target, shoot accurately and quickly with something that's a little heftier, a little bigger.
This gives you a feeling of heft and quality and helps you stay on target and get those fast follow-up shots.
And especially if you like an external hammer with a double action trigger, you know, if you have a hard primer, you can keep hitting it.
You can keep hitting it, and that single action pull is wonderful. So.
Yeah, that's when the last time I owned a P-01 was back in 2013, I think, 14, and it was the green. They had done a run of like OD green for NATO, but I think it's cool to have a NATO stocking number right there on the side of your gun. But
little authenticity.
Yeah, they still make them and they're still fantastic. Check it out from CZ, the whole 75 series, but the P-01 in particular is a great little carry duty gun.
Really great. Yep, love it.
Cool. Thanks for watching, y'all. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at shootingnewsweekly.com and here on the channel next time.